Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Yo, what up, doe? It's your boy, Everything DZ, back at it with another banger video. And today, man, we're actually going to talk about a little bit of a more funny, but also more serious topic, as last night we saw exactly what took place with the 94th annual Oscars, man. And I wanted to wait a little bit to do my reaction and my take on it because I'm seeing a lot of people talk about what took place and they're more so laughing at the incident. And obviously I'm gonna have my laughs. Like, dude came down and like smacked, you know what I'm saying? He really came down and really smacked them, man. And if you ain't heard G-Mac Cash song, man, he smacked the you know what out of Chris Rock, man. And but let me give y'all a breakdown of the scenario. Y'all gonna see me looking at my phone a little bit because I just want to collect all the data and all the knowledge that I know, because I'm seeing a lot of reactions and they focusing on the slap. But people need to really look at the bigger picture, what was really taking place on this night, and really look at what was going on here. So as I stated, we have the 94th annual Oscars, and what people don't know about the Oscars is, and a lot of these big award shows, is they have a comedian come in and host it or do intros because they want the people to realize that these people, even though they're elite in their talent, in terms of money, in terms of riches, fame, wealth, and all of that good stuff, they want people to realize that, hey, they're people as well, and they can also get it too, just like anyone else, and they're just like everybody else. So they'll get guys like a Kevin Hart or The Rock, and like, look at the ESPYs. I remember when they started getting on Kevin Durant and they told him he might join the gymnastics teams because that might be the only way he might get another ring, because he was hopping on team to team. So there's all kinds of different, and Kevin was obviously a little salty about it a little bit, but it was all fun games and jokes, and everybody knows it was a joke. It's nothing serious, and everybody knows there's not ill intent. So this Oscar was specifically special because everybody knew that it was Will Smith's night, because he had just did a great job in his role, in the leading role for King Richard, which is the story of Richard Williams, who is the father of Serena and Venus Williams. And it talks about his journey and all the trials and tribulations he went through to make sure Serena and Venus got the best opportunities, specifically Venus kicking it off for the legacy of the Williams sisters when it came to getting their opportunities on and off the tennis court, from endorsement deals to dealing with racism blatantly and inadvertently, and then also dealing with the pressures of being teenagers on such a high level sport, and also growing up in Compton and then later moving to Florida, also Michigan as well. Shout out to Michigan. Got to shout us out, you feel me? Because we for sure played a part. They didn't show it in the movie, but just putting that out there. But yeah, so he was only the 5th black man ever to be win the award, which he ended up winning the award, and everybody kind of knew he was going to win it. But those previous to him were Denzel Washington, Sidney Poitier, Forrest Whitaker, and Jamie Foxx. And then last night, it was Will Smith's night to etch his name in history. But unfortunately, that got overshadowed by the events that took place. So without further ado, let's get into what happened.
Lord! Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? that was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay.
Chris Rock, he makes a joke about G.I. Jane, talking about the haircut with the bald hair. Now, what a lot of people may not know, or they're privy to now, is that, Jada Pinkett Smith had alopecia and had been very notable about cutting her hair on Instagram and talking about her struggles with her hair. And I understand that. But at the same time, what people got to realize too is that the man said, "I love you, Jada." There was no ill intent by that. It was a joke. It was to be funny, and people are making it sound. And I don't want to take away from what people are going through because you never know how it may affect them. But they were making it sound like she has a terminal illness. It is not. I know people that have lost their hair from cancer and other crazy diseases. And honestly, in Hollywood, you can put on a wig, you can put on weed. There's so much things you can do. Heck, Jay-Z put dreads in his hair, man. And the man was bald every year I've been alive. So I'm not trying to put say that, like Jada, nobody feel bad. Like, obviously I feel bad. She went through her progress. I feel for her personally. But the man said, "I love you, Jada, but I can't wait to see G.I. Jane 2. Now, honestly, it was not until Jada rolled her eyes and gave Will a look that he got up and walked to 5 fingers to the face, across the chin. Now, what people don't know is how dangerous of an act this was because man had hit him 2 inches higher in the face. His palm could have hit him in the chin, and people don't realize it doesn't take that much force to knock somebody out. If Will had hit him off guard and that man had fell and hit his head, you could really be looking at a real assault case here. So number one, I want to give a shout out to Chris Rock for not only taking a hit and having a strong chin, but also being the bigger man in the situation, the stronger man, to be able to take a situation like that and play it off so well. And this was very real, but he played it off so well that people actually thought it was fake. They thought that it didn't even happen. They thought it was scripted because of how well this man really played it off. And this is how I know it's real. I'm going to post the screenshots, but Will actually just now put out an apology to Chris Rock because during the awards, unfortunately, he did not apologize in the heat of the moment. He was still upset about what Chris Rock has said about his wife. The next thing that I want to get into is the fact that I think, honestly, if Will was the one being made fun of, I don't know if Jada would have had the same reaction that Will had for him, if you get what I'm saying. Obviously, Will has been the butt of a lot of jokes, especially because of the red table talk. A lot of people calling him soft, a lot of people calling him weak, questioning his manhood, his masculinity, questioning him because of his kids and the decisions they make. And they're looking at him and they're like, "Oh my God, how could he allow this to happen? He should have slapped August, not Chris. He should have went at Jada," all of this stuff. But the thing is, this is a man that's been going through a lot of stuff, but that does not excuse his actions. And although it was funny, there's going to be a whole bunch of memes. I've seen memes all day. The fact that I'm even reacting to this at this time and it's still relevant is insane. So, but people need to understand that people do go through real things, but comedy is a place where people honestly, they take the truth, but they say things in a funny way. Now, there was a joke later on where Regina Hall joked about their open relationship to Jada, calling Will to the stage saying, "Hey, I understand that Will's married, but as long as I got Jada's permission, it's okay." Talking about the fake COVID test. That to me was a dirtier joke. In my opinion, y'all can say what y'all want to say in the comments, but I believe that was a dirtier joke than the one that Chris Rock had said. Chris Rock was keeping it clean. He didn't even come off that bad. But honestly, I think it was the fact that Will Smith had been internalizing all of this for so long. He really just exploded, and everybody really kind of saw that cry for help in front of everybody. So I think that it was the overall feeling of the situation, the fact it's been bubbling over and bubbling over. It's how he reacted like that. Now, I also want to say, Chris Rock and the Smith family do have a little bit of history stemming back from the 2016 Oscars. Those of you who do not know, Will had just done Concussion, and everybody thought that he was going to get a nomination for that movie. I thought it was a very good movie, especially being a football player. Definitely shine a light on the issue that a lot of football players do deal with, dealing with concussion. Some, You know, a lot of athletes, they just take headache relief pills and stuff like that of that nature to say that they don't have a concussion just to be able to play. But we see a lot of older players having CTE, stuff like that. And he played the doctor that basically discovered CTE, the African-American doctor that discovered it. And it was really telling then because, Chris Rock had made a joke talking about some, hey, you know what I'm saying, Jada and them not getting a Grammy, getting invited to the Grammys is kind of like me inside of Rihanna. Basically, I wasn't invited. It's basically the joke that he made. It was a very lewd joke. But honestly, it was all fun and games, but they might not have taken it that way. We never know how somebody going to take something, how you say it. Like they always say in physics, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So you never know how people are going to take it. You can't be the judge. But like I said, all is love, all is fun and love and war. Everybody was just trying to have fun with it. Chris was doing his open dialogue. That's just how they joke around. And I've seen worse jokes. Also, I do want to say shout out to Tyler Perry and Denzel Washington for keeping them together. That's what I do like to see. And that's the things that I want them to focus on. You know, I was watching The View earlier and they already wanted to talk about toxic masculinity. They always want to go to that in media when it comes to the men. But let me tell y'all something. There's toxic masculinity and there's also toxic femininity. What Will Smith showed was an example of toxic humanity in general. When you let things bubble over and they escalate and you overreact emotionally rather than thinking of what you could do in the situation. Me personally, if he wanted to handle it like a G, if he walked up to the stage and whispered in his ear and said, hey man, that was a bad joke, you're going to have to see me in the back, I could have respected that more. Or even if he grabbed the mic and said, hey, I didn't respect that joke, my wife has been dealing with that. But obviously, I won't even think grabbing the mic. Honestly, I'll even take that one out. But just, hey, tell him, hey, man, you got to see me in the back about that one. You feel me? Or go see him in the back about that one. But just don't stop the flow of the show because honestly, the moment is bigger than you. You're representing black men as a whole. Now I'm turning on The View, and the first thing they're talking about is toxic masculinity and how the men were both violent. Even though Chris Rock was not violent, he kept it peaceful. He kept it going with so much composure and grace. He showed positive masculinity by not attacking him back, because I don't know what I did. I probably would have kicked him. I don't know if you ever seen the Boondocks when Granddad kicked Dog in the chest. That probably would have been, or no, I think it was Stink Meter. Or he's like, I just kicked you in your chest. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have kicked Dog in his chest. You feel me? As soon as he turned around, because he smacked him and turned his back. Like that is like that's a dangerous move to turn your back to someone in a fight or flight situation. So definitely shout out to Tyler Perry and Denzel for de-escalating that situation. That really shows the brotherhood, no matter what people are, where they come from, you know, seeing two brothers come together like that to help bring another brother back down. That's really respectful. In terms of the Academy, this is my last topic on it. In terms of the Academy, they just announced that they're actually launching an investigation. Chris Rock did not press any charges. I want to put that out there again. Shout out to Chris Rock. He did not press any charges, but the Academy is looking into it. And they said the harshest punishment, looking like that Will could lose his Oscar. Do I think he'll honestly lose his Oscar? No. Would I be shocked if he did? Yeah, because I mean, you're taking away Black history, but then again, it's above us. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, it represents us. And that's what people have to understand when you're in these situations and you have all of your stuff like this, all of your information out in the public. You can't expect, when everything that's out there is fair game, especially the comedians. That's just their role. They just get the information that they get presented with them and they do that. So do I think Chris Rock should be canceled? All y'all toxic people on Twitter, y'all need to shut up, man. Stop playing. Dave Chappelle done said way worse. Kevin Hart done said way worse. So stop it, man. If y'all can't take jokes, don't watch the show. I'm sorry. Comedians are here forever and they're here to stay. So either get with the jokes or stop taking it so serious. It's not meant that way. I mean, for crying out loud, the man said, I love you before he said anything. So if y'all can't take that, then y'all is too sensitive and y'all got to chill. Not saying what somebody not going through is or is not serious, but come on now, dog. Like, what is dog supposed to do, man? Like, it was all fair. It was all love. But I think overall, Will wanted to showcase, and some people saying he didn't break character from being Richard, but even Richard used his words before he turned to violence. I never seen Richard in the movie turn to violence. Even when he thought about it to shoot the guy and he turned around, he still didn't resort to violence. He always used his words first. So I'm all for protecting people. I'm all for protecting your woman. I'm all for protecting your wife. I'm all for protecting all of these things. But in protecting black women, I'm all for protecting people, loving people, and being fair. But at some point, we also have to understand that some moments are bigger than us and how it can have repercussions and affect people. With that overall, man, that's your boy, Everything DZ. That's my official review on the Will Smith Chris Rock situation, man. Hope everybody's okay. Hope everybody's safe, healing, getting through this, and hopefully we'll see what happens with Will Smith in a couple of days. If they do something, I'll probably react to it if there's any more news on what will happen or what his punishment might be. What do y'all think will happen to him? What are y'all opinions? Put in the comments. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's Everything DZ, man. Got the podcast going, got reactions. We got everything, man. That's why it's everything, all things DZ. So with that, peace, blessings, much prosperity, and get to y'all bad. Peace.